intro. And my name is Julie of my company Chefs of the Future, a cooking school that comes to you. So I'm in your kitchen, you're in mine, and today we're going to make this quick and easy, fun homemade ice cream in a bag. Let's just get right into it. You're going to measure out your sugar is 1/3 of a cup, and your salt is 1 cup. And I divided my salt into 2 half cups. I have regular table salt on the side because you need a little of that in the recipe, and I have vanilla. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my quart bags in this first bag. Oops, someone is coming in. Welcome. So we just got started. So what you need are 2 big Ziploc bags and a smaller Ziploc bag. We have a cup of coarse salt, 1/3 of a cup of sugar. We have our vanilla and our regular salt ready, and now we're just about to measure out our heavy cream and our milk. So I'm going to pour out a 1/2 cup of heavy cream and put it into my bag. Make sure you go in the bag before you. I'm going to come down here so your other view of me is right there. And I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of milk. There are some recipes. This is the easy, fast recipe. There are recipes where you heat the milk and the cream and add an egg to it, and yeah, we don't need to do that. And I'm going to put 1/2 cup of milk. And I think I have a couple of teenagers upstairs.
Now, all of this is going into the sandwich bag size?
Yep, sandwich or quart, either one.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make a little bit more. Okay. And so that's sitting there. And now to that I'm going to add my sugar. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. So you just take a pinch of regular salt and add it. Salt is a flavor enhancer. And then I'm going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. So, you know what I'm going to use? I was going to use the clear vanilla, but I'm going to use regular vanilla because it's going to change it to that nice creamy color. Okay. Yes. What's that? A teaspoon, right? It was a teaspoon? Yeah, 1 teaspoon. So 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of cream, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 pinch of salt. Now, when you seal this, you want to try to get the air out of it. So just squeeze on the bottom. Be careful. And I'm going to seal this. Now, make sure when you seal it, and that's why I'm doing it on this tray too. Make sure it's a good seal, right? Because we want to make sure that we could turn it upside down and nothing comes out of it. Right? So I'm going to shake this up a little because the sugar's in there and it has to melt. So, and you'll feel when the sugar has melted. It won't feel like there's sand in there anymore, and that's what we want. Okay?
So they try to get the air out?
Yes, you want to try to get as much air out of the bag as possible. Maybe the adults could help with that, because what I do is I lay it flat, and you could see it just, but you have to hold it. So, but you want to make sure it's sealed. Okay. Get mine. Don't you love that when you pack your freezer and everything comes falling out? Beautiful. So, their bag of their cream and milk all set? All right. So now we're going to take a gallon-sized bag, and into it, we're going to use between 5 and 6 cups of ice. So I'm going to start with half. So I'm going to put 2 cups of ice. All right, I put 2 cups of ice, and I'm going to put half of the salt.
So 2 cups of ice at a time, sorry.
Yeah, so 2 cups of ice. And if you're using the coarse salt, you're going to put half a cup of salt. If you're using the fine salt, I would do maybe like a third. You don't need as much. After that's in there, give it a little shake up. The ice got coated with the salt. Now I'm going to put my bag of cream in there. Okay, like that. And then guess what? Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put like 2 to 3 cups of ice on top of that.
Oh, so after the time salt.
Right, you want to do half. So this time I want to definitely go with 3 cups of ice. Put a little more. And then after this 2.5 cups, 3 cups of ice, we're going to put the rest of the salt in. Okay? So to recap, we have ice and salt, then the bag with the cream, and then ice and salt on top. And now we're going to seal this. You want also to try to get the air out of it. All right. And this one we're going to put in another bag, just in case this one opens up. We don't want a mess. So we're going to put this bag in another bag just for extra protection. And now I'm just going to explain what's going to happen here. Here's the science. Like when you, in the winter, you go out and you put salt on the ice, it melts the ice, right? But what happens is it takes the heat from the air and it sucks it in, so that's what melts the ice. So what's going to happen here is the salt is going to melt the ice, and it's going to suck all the water out of the milk and the cream, and it will turn it to ice cream. That's how we're going to have, that's why it's going to happen relatively quick. And put your gloves on, or you could wrap this in a towel, and we're just going to start to shake. So I'm going to start the timer for 5 minutes. And we just take this and we shake it up. And you shake it in all different directions. All right? And you could flip it like this. And you could shake it like this. Or you could go like this. So in the beginning, the ice is not melted. This bag is going to turn into, the ice is going to start to melt. salt, then it'll freeze it too fast. It'll get too hard. But that's more for if you're using an ice cream machine, if you put too much salt. So you just keep shaking, shaking, shaking. This one. Spotlight. Unpin, cancel spotlight. Okay. Why am I not in the middle there? Okay, we're going to see. Still trying to figure this stuff out. Oh. And then every once in a while you could check and see how it's doing, if it's getting harder. Mine is kind of like very softer. And did you notice now? You see how all the ice is melting? All right, we're 3 minutes in. Keep shaking. I don't know, are the kids shaking? Woo, that's hot. It's so cold, it's hot. It's burning my hands. All right. Is it getting hotter? Can you feel it? Put your finger into the ice cream. Mine is definitely soft serve right now.
Are we shaking till all the ice melts?
We're gonna shake until the ice cream is hard. We're gonna check it. Okay, it's 5 minutes, so now we're gonna check it. All right, so I'm gonna open the bag. The first bag. And then I'm gonna open the second bag. And I'm gonna pull out my ice cream. And right now my ice cream is definitely soft serve, but it also has some hardness around the outsides. So I think I'm gonna continue to shake mine. How you guys doing? Is it hard?
Mine is soft.
All right, so put it back in. See how mine is kind of keeping its form a little bit? If the ice completely melted, you could add a little more ice in. Can't hurt. All right, seal them back up. Make sure they're sealed really good. And let the shaking continue. This is a good one, right, kids? Whoa, that is really cold. Okay, I'm switching to a towel. Now, there was a method before Ziploc bags. It was like a kick the can. You would take a coffee can, a small coffee can, and a large coffee can. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna need this ice cream. By the time we get done, we're gonna work up a big sweat. All right.
Calories you're burning before you eat it.
That what?
All the calories you're burning shaking it, so you
Right. For us, it's good. I think mine is almost done. Oh, see, my Ziploc bag is open. I'm dripping all over. Okay. Make sure that Ziploc is closed because this is salt water. And we don't want the salt water getting all over. All right, we've been going for about 8.5 minutes. Maybe we'll just go the extra minute, right? Because either way, it's going to be delicious. Alrighty. I think mine is done. I'm going to get a bowl. So now, I am going to open my bags, and I'm going to see. When I take the small bag out, I want to wipe it down with a towel because this is all salt water on here. But don't put too much heat on it because it'll just melt it right away. So mine came out pretty thick. It is, part of it is like really frozen and part of it is soft serve. You can either just, I don't know if you guys have any toppings that you want to put in there or just eat it like this. You can open your bag. First, let's taste it because, you know, that's a job, right? In a restaurant is called the quality assurance person. They have to first taste it before anybody else could taste it to make sure that it's good. OMG. Oh my God. All right. So delicious. So if yours is soft, you can either eat it out of the bag, you could cut a corner and squeeze it out into a bowl if it's kind of soft, like soft serve, or you could scoop it out if it's really hard. If you're going to eat it after dinner, put it in the freezer. So I'm going to squeeze mine out. Wow. Here's mine. And that's it. That is ice cream. Now, if you wanted to put stuff in the ice cream before you made it, you could chop up some cookies. If you want to put fruit, you'd have to chop it up really, really fine or puree it because when fruit freezes, it gets like rock hard. But I think mine was a success. That was the best ice cream I ever made. And if you have toppings, put a little, I like caramel on my ice cream. That is just perfect. So take pictures, send them to Miss Kathy. She couldn't be with us tonight. But I'm sure she's going to love to see your pictures of your ice cream.
What do we do if we don't want to? Do we just put it back?
You could leave it in the bag and just put it in the freezer. Or you could transfer it to a container if you want. Also, like a Chinese food pint container, you could put it in that and store it until after dinner. What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. Now, we're just trying to figure out, you know, when you guys are at the pool or when you're at the beach, when to do these classes.
Yeah.
During the week seems a little better. This time kind of seems to be okay.
It's hard to win.
Yes. I mean, we tried this one. I thought it was supposed to rain today. That's why we did it for today. We might plan classes like that, like post the ingredients, and then on the rainy day we'll get together and Zoom together and cook. If you want to be on my email list, text the word cooking to the number 22828. That's 22828. It'll be automated, and then it'll ask you for your email address. And I'm doing one email a week. I have other classes. All the libraries are letting other people in because they just want to fill their classes. And then if you're available on Friday, I'm making pretzels. I'm doing it for Alley Pond Environmental Center. I'm donating the show for free because it's a fundraiser. So they're looking to raise monies. That one's not free. It's $10 to get in. So if you're free on Friday night, I'm doing pretzels, homemade pretzels and cheese sauce. And then the email will tell you. I've been doing brunch classes, and we'll see what else. It'll be a couple of weeks to the brunch classes because my daughter's graduating.
We're going to have the ceremony.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be live on the field. We're very, very excited that they broke it up into different groups. Really great that they did that, and all the kids they're also going to get dressed up in their prom outfits and take pictures sometimes this week.
That's nice.
It's all good.
To celebrate.
It is. It was really great. So everyone, stay safe. Keep wearing your masks. Keep this stuff level. Great.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.